What's going on, everybody? Josh Engelman here for OddsShopper.com. Back again with the PrizePicks picks for Monday, March 13th. We kept that heater alive. Make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Josh Engelman for more PrizePicks content. 3-1 yesterday. We lost out on the Dame prop. He got ruled out, but we still kept that 75% pick rate streak alive. We are now up to 24-8 on our last stretch of 32 picks. That's as good as you're going to find anywhere in the industry. I hope you've been tailing. We're on to today. 5 more plays. Let's do it. First one up for today. I don't have too much to say about it, but we're taking the under on Tyus Jones points. The line is set at 15.5. I actually have him at 13.5. I'm very pessimistic here about the Grizzlies, like raw totals in this spot. We know Dallas is going to be without Luka Doncic. It's possible they're without Kyrie Irving, which will make this game look a lot better even for Memphis. But this is a slow game. Dallas is one of the slowest teams in basketball. Just a 220 total here. And I understand that Tyus is going to be the starting point guard, but Desmond Bane is the guy that's going to get a ton of shots. Jaren Jackson is going to be your second option. And Dillon Brooks is going to make himself be the third option. So I'm happy to take an under in scoring for what I deem to be, at best, the fourth option for the Grizzlies in a pace down spot that I don't think grades out well. So under 15.5 points for Tyus Jones. Next up, we're going to go to James Wiseman over 9 rebounds. I've got him projected for 10.5. I'm assuming he starts here. The Pistons are missing multiple starters. The Pacers are missing multiple starters. This is a very ugly game. I expect a lot of missed shots, and I think that's a pretty good benefit here for Wiseman. It's not as if the Pacers are a good rebounding team. They're not. They're average-ish at offensive rebounding. They're the worst defensive rebounding team in the league. 26 minutes for Wiseman, if he starts, feels pretty good. He played more than that in their most recent game, so I think there's upside from a playing time perspective. Even if he didn't start, I don't think it'd be that crazy. I'd be very unhappy that I had this line, but he could still get there because this game is hideous. No one's going to be able to score well, and the boards are going to be wide open for him. Over 9 boards for James Wiseman. Next up, we're going to go to Minnesota. We're taking the under on Kyle Anderson rebounds. That line is set at 6.5. Now, I don't have a giant gap here for an under, but I do have him at 6.2, so I'm under that mark. I like the fact that the hook is there. If this was set at 6, we'd be running away from it. Kyle Anderson is averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. He's never averaged more than 5.5 over the past 3 years, but he's averaging 5 rebounds per game this year. Now, that's in 27 minutes. I expect him to play about 30, so we can bump that up a little bit, but that's still going to be coming in under. It's not as if Atlanta's a fantastic, or like Atlanta's a good enough rebounding team. They're basically neutral in offensive rebounding, neutral in defensive rebounding, so we're not stepping into any sort of better opportunity there. Atlanta is also most likely at full strength. Only guy that could potentially be out is Bogdan Bogdanovic. So I think Atlanta is going to look fine here. And I don't think that this bodes well for Kyle Anderson having a big rebounding day. So we're going to take the under 6.5. Looking pretty good to me. I think there would be some juice on this one as we see these props start to come out throughout the day. Under 6.5 boards for Anderson. If you are looking for more PrizePicks content, Pick'em Pro is what you're looking for. Click the link in the description. Use the promo code SCORE. Get it for 50% off. That's going to be less than $5 for your first week. We take all the props that are at PrizePicks, we load them into our model, and we give you the odds, percentage chance, over, under for all of those props. It's that simple. You can use this, which is going to cost you $4.48 or something along those lines. And then you can sign up at PrizePicks using the link in the description so you can get up to $100 on your first deposit. Between this video and our Pick'em Pro package, you're going to have more money. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Back to the Grizzlies here, but this time we are taking the over in rebounds for Desmond Bane. The line is set at 5, so don't mind getting a push here if it has to happen. I got him at 6.3, so I'm well clear of the line. This one stood out to me pretty aggressively. Here's the real key piece. The Dallas Mavericks are dead last in offensive rebounding. That should create a lot of additional rebounding opportunities on the defensive glass. We don't know if Kyrie Irving is going to be able to play today. Whether he does or he doesn't really change anything for me here. But even if he doesn't, Dallas is not going to be creating a lot of good shots, which means more rebounding opportunities. All of this looks good. Bane is averaging 5 rebounds per game right now. So on the dot, if you just wanted to look at his season averages, this is a 50-50 prop. That doesn't even factor in how good of a defensive rebounding matchup this is for Bane. So we are taking the over 5 boards for Bane. And finally, we're going to Houston. This time we are taking Kevin Porter Jr. over 20.5 points plus rebounds. This one's different for me, but he's average, like the line is set at 20.5. I got him projected at 22.5. So right away, we're clear by 2 combined points and rebounds. He's averaging this season 18.5 points and 5.5 boards per game. That's 24. So right away, we're north of that mark for his averages. Now, my projections are taking into the fact that they're taking on Boston and they're massive, massive underdogs here. And I have him projected for slightly less minutes. Even still, factoring in the matchup, factoring in the reduced playing time, I think this spot works out well. It's not a great offensive rebounding team for Boston, so that sort of helps. But I wouldn't even be surprised if KPJ just scored 21 real points and walked this line without even having to worry about the rebounds. This one just feels a little too low. Over 20.5 points and rebounds for KPJ. The picks are in, folks. Make sure you're following me on Twitter so that you can get more of them. But for now, Tyus Jones under, Wiseman over, Slow-Mo under, Bane over, and KPJ over. Let's keep the momentum alive. Everything's been great for the past week plus, and we're going to be great again today on Monday, March 13th. Good luck.